The film begins in the year 1943, where a girl named Mehua is shown. She is about to get married, and her mother helps her get ready. The next day, Mehua's wedding takes place with her close friend. Both look very happy. Just after the wedding, Mehua turns back and suddenly looks terrified. What happens to her becomes the main mystery of the movie. Then, the scene shifts many years ahead. A girl named Tasya is introduced, who is about to get engaged. Her friend helps her get ready. February, who is a photographer, arrives and starts taking her pictures. Soon, her fiancé, Salim, also comes and compliments her, saying she looks very beautiful. They both go downstairs for the engagement ceremony, where everyone seems very happy. Salim thanks his step-parents for raising him since his real parents had passed away. While everyone eats, Tasya notices an old woman staring at her, which shocks her. The next moment, the old woman disappears. Later, Tasya has a vision of an old mansion where she sees a decaying dead body. A butterfly comes out of it. When she wakes up, she finds herself sitting in a hotel. Salim asks where her mind was lost, and she tells him about the vision. She explains that she saw an old house and a woman's dead body. Salim suddenly remembers that during their engagement, his aunt had called him, but he didn't answer. He mentions that his aunt is the only one left from his bloodline. Then Salim goes to the washroom, where he receives a call informing him that his aunt has passed away. Shocked, he suddenly gets another call, from his aunt's number. When he picks it up, he hears her strange, drowning voice. Frightened, he hangs up immediately. Salim returns to Tasya and tells her everything. He says he must go to his old house because it now belongs to him after his aunt's death. He also needs to perform her funeral rituals there. Tasya worries about her pre-wedding photoshoot, but Salim assures her that February will handle it. Suddenly, Salim's nose starts bleeding, which makes both uneasy, but Tasya gives him a tissue. The next day, Salim leaves for his old house. Tasya talks to him on call, while February and another friend, Banu, sit nearby. Salim explains how the photoshoot should be done. February feels sympathy for Tasya and comforts her by holding her hand, promising to take care of her. Banu notices this and feels uneasy, realizing that February actually likes Tasya. Meanwhile, Salim reaches his ancestral home and performs some rituals. He lights incense sticks and places them before his forefathers' photos. Tasya again dreams of the same house where Salim is. In her dream, she sees a coffin with Salim's body inside. She screams, and wakes up. She immediately calls Salim, but he doesn't answer. Then she notices he has sent his location to her. Worried, she books a car and goes there. When she enters the house, she is shocked, it is the same house from her dream. She starts searching for Salim but cannot find him anywhere. Instead, she sees photographs of Salim's ancestors. Suddenly, Salim comes out from a room and hugs her. Tasya tells him about the dream, and Salim suggests they pray to his ancestors to ask them not to trouble her. That night, Mehua's spirit appears in the house, wearing her wedding dress. Her photograph is also seen there. Suddenly, all the candles go out on their own. It becomes clear that this is Mehua's old house, where her wedding took place, but she tragically died the same day. Salim shows Mehua's photo to Tasya and tells her that Mehua was his great-grandmother. He says something terrible happened on her wedding day that caused her death. Mehua's spirit is shown silently watching them. The next day, February and Banu arrive at the house, because Salim and Tasya have called them there. The couple decides to have their wedding in the same house. When everyone arrives, they feel happy to see the large and beautiful mansion. An older man named Chung Chung also comes to meet them. He gives Salim several things to use during prayers. He tells Salim that he lives nearby and asks him to call if any help is needed. After that, everyone settles into their own rooms. When Salim goes to talk to February, blood suddenly drips from the ceiling onto him. But when he looks again, he realizes it is not blood but water. Meanwhile, Tasya's friend, Harja, advises her to forget about her strange dreams and stay cheerful because her wedding is near. Hearing this, Tasya smiles, realizing she is ruining her mood by overthinking. Harja then goes outside and looks at the pictures of Salim's ancestors. She takes a photo of Mehua's portrait on her phone and shows it to everyone, saying that Mehua's dress looks very beautiful. Salim tells them that Mehua was his great-grandmother and that she was a famous singer. They play one of Mehua's old tapes, and everyone enjoys listening to her song. However, Tasya feels uneasy because she realizes she has heard the same song before in her dream. Later that night, while Tasya works in the kitchen, February comes to talk to her. He asks what she sees in Salim that makes her want to marry him. Tasya answers that she loves Salim deeply, and he loves her too. February insists that Salim cannot love her as much as he does. He tells her that there is still time to change her decision and that they can run away and get married, promising to make her very happy. But Tasya refuses. At that moment, February notices a strange door nearby and asks what it is. Tasya tells him that Salim's ancestors are buried behind that door. Afterward, Tasya goes back to her room to check the fitting of her wedding dress. Suddenly, she sees something strange in the mirror, and the lights go out. Frightened, she switches on her flashlight and starts looking for Salim. While searching, she enters a strange room where she sees the ghost of Mehua. Terrified, she freezes in fear. The ghost suddenly disappears, but the next second, Mehua's spirit appears again, very close to her face. Tasya closes her eyes in fear, and when she opens them, she sees Salim standing in front of her. Relieved, she hugs him and tells him everything that happened, how she saw Mehua's spirit in the house. Salim explains that Mehua's soul has never found peace because she died right after her wedding. Her death was a mystery, as her body was never found. That is why her spirit still wanders in unrest. Hearing this, Tasya says that whatever happens, they will face it together, and both will break the curse that has haunted his family for generations. Salim then tells her that his aunt used to burn incense sticks regularly, but after her death, they were never lit again. He believes this might be the reason the restless spirit continues to haunt the place. The next morning, Harja helps Tasya get ready, and Salim admires her deeply. When Harja opens a drawer, she finds a butterfly hair clip. She becomes happy to see it and keeps it with her. Later, everyone goes to the graves of Salim's ancestors and lights incense sticks so that all the wandering souls may find peace. Harja places the butterfly clip in her hair. Febri then begins taking pictures of Tasya and Salim. Whenever the camera flash goes off, Tasya starts seeing strange visions from the past. The images frighten her so much that she faints on the spot. Salim carries her to her room so she can rest. Soon after, blood starts dripping from Salim's nose, but he hides it from everyone and quietly leaves. While looking through the photographs, Banu notices a mysterious figure standing behind Tasya. It is Mehua. Shocked, he shows it to Febri, and both realize that a spirit is present in the house. When Tasya regains consciousness, she looks out of the window and sees Banu telling Harja that they saw a ghostly woman in the photo. He suggests they leave before something bad happens. But Harja refuses, saying she will not go anywhere without Tasya. When Tasya comes outside, she again sees Mehua's spirit. The ghost leads her to a room, and from inside one of the walls, Tasya hears a faint singing voice. She calls Salim and asks him to break the wall. When he breaks it, a hidden room appears. Inside it, they find Mehua's dead body, from whose mouth a butterfly emerges. Everyone is shocked and wonders why her body was hidden there. Banu shows them the photograph and confirms that the spirit haunting the house is indeed Mehua. He tells them to bury her properly so her soul can finally rest. Frightened, he refuses to stay any longer and leaves immediately. After this, Tasya lights incense sticks before the ancestors' graves. Suddenly, Mehua's corpse appears beside her. Terrified, she screams loudly. Hearing her, Harja rushes in and finds Tasya in a trance-like state. It is already morning, and it seems Tasya has sleepwalked there during the night. Later, they dig a grave for Mehua and place her body inside the coffin. After the burial, they hope her soul will finally find peace. Sometime later, Harja comes back after taking a bath and notices all the flowers in the house have suddenly bloomed. She is surprised, wondering how this could happen in just an hour. Then she hears a singing voice coming from one of the rooms. When she enters, she finds Tasya singing. She calls her name, but Tasya does not respond. She soon realizes that Mehua's spirit has possessed Tasya. The ghost now controls her completely. Panicked, she goes to seek help from Chung Chung, who had earlier offered assistance. He turns out to be a priest. He tells her that he has heard many strange stories about this mansion. Voices of a woman singing are often heard from inside. After listening to everything, the priest agrees to help. Meanwhile, when Tasya comes back to her senses, Febri visits her again. He tells her to leave Salim because his family is cursed. But Tasya refuses, saying she loves Salim deeply and will never leave him. She declares that if Salim dies because of this curse, she will end her own life too. Salim, standing near the window, overhears everything and realizes how much Tasya truly loves him. Later, he sits near the family graves and lights incense sticks. Tasya comes to him and tells him they should leave the place. But Salim says he cannot go because of his family's curse. He asks Tasya to marry someone else and live happily. Tasya refuses, saying she loves only him and can never belong to anyone else. That night, when Tasya returns to her room, she notices the butterfly hair clip in front of her. Suddenly, she hears the sound of singing. As she follows the voice, she reaches a room where she sees Mehua hanging upside down. Mehua shows Tasya a vision, revealing what really happened to her and how she died. In the vision, Tasya sees Mehua and her lover preparing for their wedding. They love each other deeply. Her lover gifts her the butterfly clip and tells her to wear it on their wedding day. But on the day of the wedding, a group of soldiers arrives because they oppose the marriage. The man is Chinese, and they do not want an Indonesian girl to marry a Chinese man. Although the wedding has already taken place, the soldiers brutally kill the groom along with everyone else present. Heartbroken and unable to bear the loss of her husband, Mehua cries endlessly and loses the will to live. In deep sorrow, she takes off her butterfly clip and slits her own throat, dying instantly. After learning this painful truth, Tasya feels deeply shocked and sad. She picks up the same butterfly clip and is about to cut her own throat when Salim arrives and stops her just in time. Tasya tells him everything she saw in her vision, how Mehua and her husband died and why her spirit still haunts the place. Soon, Harja arrives with Chung Chung. He explains that a ritual must be performed to give peace to Mehua's soul. He says the spirit is searching for her lost love, her husband, and that to free her, a virgin man must symbolically marry her corpse. Someone must also travel into the spirit world to bring back her husband's soul so the two spirits can be reunited. Once both souls meet, their bodies can be properly buried, and their spirits will finally rest forever. Tasya agrees to enter the spirit world. Chung Chung takes her to another room and gives her a matchbox and a piece of paper containing a sacred chant. He instructs her to burn the paper when she meets Mehua's husband's soul, as this will help the soul return with her. Meanwhile, Salim and Febri begin digging Mehua's grave. During the work, Salim warns him for constantly interfering between him and Tasya, warning him to stop. Angry, Febri attacks Salim and knocks him unconscious, then throws him into the grave. At the same time, Febri begins the ritual and sends Tasya into the spirit world. There, Tasya sees countless wandering souls and begins calling out for Mehua's husband's spirit. Outside, Harja finds Salim unconscious and wakes him up. Salim rushes inside and attacks Febri, hitting his head and leaving him bleeding and unconscious. Inside the spirit world, Tasya finally meets Mehua's husband's soul. She burns the paper as instructed, and the soul agrees to follow her back. When she wakes up, she finds Chung Chung dead, which terrifies her. She runs into another room and sees Salim sitting beside Mehua's corpse, with Febri's body placed next to it. Salim plans to perform the symbolic wedding between them so that Mehua's spirit can finally leave in peace. However, Febri suddenly regains consciousness and attacks Salim, strangling him to death. When he turns around, he sees Tasya standing upside down before him, possessed and transformed. Shocked, he freezes. But it is revealed that after Salim's death, Tasya also dies, and Mehua's spirit completely possesses her body. Tasya, now under Mehua's control, violently attacks the photographer, killing him instantly. At that moment, Harja arrives with the police. They see Febri's body lying beside Mehua's corpse, proving that the ritual has been completed. Two butterflies appear and fly around. They are the souls of Salim and Tasya. Soon after, the spirits of Mehua and her husband also appear. The reunited souls move toward the city together, happy at last after years of separation. Their unfinished love finally finds peace, made possible by the sacrifice of Salim and Tasya.